大家好，欢迎收看今天的成长汉语节目。Hey there, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Growing Up with Chinese. Now, we're still celebrating Lan Lan's birthday today, and our topic of discussion revolves around wishes. A very nice topic of conversation, if I do say so myself. So let's check in with the gang and see what kind of wishes are being discussed today, shall we?
兰兰，你刚才许的什么愿啊？能不能告诉我？
嘘，不能说。
小明，我都知道，许愿不能随便和别人说，不然就不灵了。
兰兰，你就告诉我一个人吧，你许的是什么愿，好吗？
小明，你总是要打破砂锅问到底。等我的愿望实现了，第一个告诉你。
我猜呀，你肯定想当个歌唱家或者钢琴家什么的。
你猜吧，反正我不告诉你。
小明，你别把正事忘了，我们还没给兰兰礼物呢。
哦，对了，兰兰，祝你生日快乐！
谢谢。哇塞，这么漂亮的八音盒，我太喜欢了。小明、麦克，真谢谢你们。
麦克，你眼光还真不错，兰兰果然很喜欢这个八音盒。
那当然了，我多了解兰兰，她喜欢什么，我从来就没有猜错过。
切，你看，说你胖你就喘，
什么意思？
Say, Lan Lan's right. It's considered unlucky to tell someone what you wished for on your birthday. It might not come true otherwise. All right, our dialogue wasn't too long today, so let's take a few minutes to go over some of the key sentences we just heard. 许愿不能随便和别人说，不然就不灵了。You can't just carelessly tell other people what you wished for, otherwise it won't be effective. 许愿 we covered a few shows ago. It means to make a wish. 随便 in this context means to be careless. 不能随便说 you can't say whatever you want, or you can't carelessly say something. 不然 means otherwise or else, and 灵 means effective or efficacious.
兰兰，你刚才许的什么愿啊？能不能告诉我？
嘘，不能说。
小明，我都知道，许愿不能随便和别人说，不然就不灵了。
兰兰，你就告诉我一个人吧，你许的是什么愿，好吗？
你总是要打破砂锅问到底。You always have to get to the bottom of things. 打破砂锅问到底 is a set saying that means get to the bottom of things, or acquaint oneself with every detail of the matter. Now, the literal translation of this saying is quite interesting. 打破砂锅 means to break a clay cooking pot, and 问到底 means to ask questions in order to get to the bottom of things. So you break the clay pot to get to the bottom of things. Don't worry, I'll explain this some more in today's cultural spotlight. 等我的愿望实现了，第一个告诉你。Once my wish comes true, you'll be the first person I tell. 实现 is to realize, achieve, or bring about. 愿望实现 wish came true, or wish comes true. 告诉 means to tell, right? So 第一个告诉你 is like saying you'll be the first person I tell.
小明，你总是要打破砂锅问到底。等我的愿望实现了，第一个告诉你。
我猜呀，你肯定想当个歌唱家或者钢琴家什么的。
你猜吧，反正我不告诉你。
你别把正事儿忘了。Don't forget our important business. 正事 or 正事儿 means one's proper business. In this case, Mike is referring to the act of giving Lan Lan her present, So 你别把正事儿忘了 is like saying, hey, we still have an important task, or don't forget about why we're here. 我多了解兰兰，她喜欢什么，我从来就没猜错过。I know Lan Lan really well. I've never been wrong in guessing what she likes. 了解 is to know. So 我多了解兰兰 is like saying, I know Lan Lan really well. 从来 means all along. So 从来没 would then be never. 从来没猜错过. I've never guessed incorrectly.
小明，你别把正事忘了，我们还没给兰兰礼物呢。
哦，对了，兰兰，祝你生日快乐！
谢谢。哇塞，这么漂亮的八音盒，我太喜欢了。小明、Mike，真谢谢你们。
麦克，你眼光还真不错，兰兰果然很喜欢这个八音盒。
那当然了，我多了解兰兰，她喜欢什么，我从来就没有猜错过。
你看，说你胖你就喘。
Okay, so let's take a look at our vocabulary. 不然 In today's context, 不然 means otherwise or else, if not. 不然祝 wish, offer good wishes. 祝果然 really, as expected, sure enough, indeed. 果然了解 understand, comprehend, know. 了解从来 always, at all times, all along. 从来意思 meaning, idea, implication. 意思 Today's radical is a variation of the character 人 or person. I'm sure you guys all know this character, but let's just get it up here so we have it. 人 person. Now, we see it in the character 从 of 从来. Here is 从. Now, this is a pretty cool character, if I can say that, because it's two people. See? Two people. Now, the interesting thing about this radical is the various forms it can take. In 从, we see it on the left, here, right? But mostly this radical appears on the top of a character, like 会. So let me just show you that. This is 会, and up here we have our person radical. So let's take a look at some more examples of how this radical, this person radical, can be used. 众, many, numerous. 全, whole or all. 以, use, take, according to. Today we thought it might be fun to talk about some of China's two-part allegorical sayings, 歇后语, as there are many, and a lot of them are quite fun. So we saw one used today, and it doesn't quite fall under the category of a two-part allegorical saying, but some people do consider it one. 打破砂锅问到底. To get to the bottom of a matter. Now, to get to the fun part of this saying, we have to look at its characters. Earlier, I explained that 打破砂锅 is to break a clay cooking pot. 问到底 is to ask questions until you don't have any more to ask. Now, we all know that 问 is to ask, right? Fourth tone. Well, originally, the saying went like this. 打破砂锅问到底. 问 means lines or veins. If you break a clay pot, you can see the lines or grains of the clay reaching all the way through the clay, right? So if you break a clay pot, you see 纹, lines, 到底, to the bottom. And so, 打破砂锅问到底. Can you all hear the play on words now? Now, another fun 歇后语 two-part allegorical saying goes like this. 狗逮耗子，多管闲事。A dog trying to catch rats is like meddling in other people's business. Now, there's no play on words in this saying, but it's still fun nonetheless. 逮 is to catch, and 耗子 is the word for rat. 狗逮耗子. A dog trying to catch rats. 多管闲事. 多管 is to overly pay attention to, and 闲事 is idle business or affairs that don't concern you. Okay, I've got one more for you all. 只要功夫深，铁杵磨成针. As long as you keep trying, an iron rod can be ground down to a needle. All right, so let's look at the first part. 只要功夫深. As long as your efforts run deep. 功夫 in this context does not directly refer to gong fu or kung fu as we think of the exercise, but it refers more to effort or skill. 只要功夫深，铁杵磨成针. 铁杵 is an iron rod. 磨 is the verb to grind, and 成 means to become. 针 is how you say needle. 铁杵磨成针. The iron rod can be ground into a needle. It's language point time, everyone. Now to start with, let's take a look at 什么的. 什么的 is a fabulous colloquial saying equivalent to etc. and so on, blah, 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 or things like that. Now today, Xiaoming said, 你肯定想当个歌唱家或者钢琴家什么的. You must want to be a singer or a pianist or something like that. Pretty fun, no?
小明，你喜欢什么运动？
我喜欢打篮球或者踢足球什么的。Mike， 你都去过哪些国家？
去过英国、法国、西班牙什么的。
果然. 果然 functions as an adverb and means really, or as expected, sure enough, or indeed. And 果然 can be used in front of a verb, an adjective, or the subject of a sentence in Chinese. So we saw it used today this way. 兰兰果然很喜欢这个八音盒. Sure enough, Lan Lan really does like this music box.
小明，《阿凡达》果然很好看。
看，没骗你吧？对不起，对不起，我来晚了。
哼，我刚才还说你会来晚，你果然又迟到了。
说你胖，你就喘. I say you're fat and you start to breathe heavily. Okay, this was spoken in reference to Xiaoming complimenting Mike on what a good job he did picking out a present that Lan Lan would like. Mike then followed by saying just how well he knows Lan Lan. And then Xiaoming said, 说你胖，你就喘. I say you're fat and you start to breathe heavily. The pattern here is E something, 就 something, although the E wasn't spoken today. It's a pattern that describes an action that's followed closely by a result and is usually used for the purpose of exaggeration.
小明，今天穿的真帅。
那是，我是天生的大帅哥。
说你胖，你就喘。小明，发音很标准吗？
那当然，我家里就住这个外教，能不好吗？
说你胖，你就喘。
好了，我们今天的节目快要结束了。We're just out of time for today. Thanks for joining us on 成长汉语. And don't forget, our website is there for any of you who want to review what we cover here or any of you who want to leave any comments. So please pay us a visit. I hope you all had fun today, and I shall see you next time. 大家加油，下次见。